time ya bekenkan Edison mo etifin semani. Aban bo amane se sabre bia Ghana sra dom no beya krado dia ma adwuma no edana koma so pa ntie nche won mo ekoto helicopter ewiem hyen ni bi ede apia won. Osofa wo hye ngumesia so Haruna Idrisu ashese Nobisco Suku no anansan eja eto ho no won mo nhye se obebie school no na asuafo akọ. Ena poye mantemu process dom no so ebo kokose watchna MPP presidential primaries no one mo petri trustem bia wo ho titimemofo entu won hofo. Wenom any afofra eka ho ena anwumre yi yesine koso na yebekenkan ede asom yahwefo yebesan akọ live Facebook ni YouTube nyina ayefache TV nti join ya na wa share no obi ahye bia no like wutimi so ede wadwenkyere eto ase mo kenkan fo anwumre yebesom mo no eyeme AFIA twumwa ketwe mene
Obrempong Lisbon Perry. Sadia Ghana asrafo wonum sadom ebetumi aye krado na wonum etimi abo my Ghana ho ban ye pa ene wo hye sadia ekoso ewo Africa hanomu a enche na abonefo afiri oman bia wura na entokwa ahodo ene abantugu ahodo ekoso wo oman mu no eno agina ho bi ama Ghana mampanyin John Dramani Mahama edinsem bia tuja ewo kwan ya wo fa so na waboa sede be ya asra dom ya ye wo my Ghana mu no wobetumi ama wonum mfidie ene nioma ahodo a beboa wonum wo bambo ensemu enkankane ewiem ebambo eno enam so bi ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede atuja se wonum ebra encheye ena se obekaya helicopter ya na asrafo no eyuzo no ekohwe ho eseye eno nam so ama Ghana aban no ase se wonum emfa helicopters no foforo kura emfa emra se de beye beba na beboa bambo ama eno so etimi agina brani ama oman yi ahobambo akoso ebra Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wokopie mu awo Ghana military parade ehonum ena wokopie ye ebra na wo ye graduation ena odin semuyi etudwa.
Which guest strengthening the operational readiness of the Ghana Armed Forces remains a #1 priority for my administration. We're investing in modern equipment, advanced training, and improved welfare to respond effectively to terrorism, piracy, and cross-border crime. Plans are well advanced to acquire new helicopters to enhance air mobility of our Air Force and rapid response capabilities. We'll also soon receive rotor blades to bring our MH-17 heavy lift helicopters back into service. In addition, the multi-purpose sports complex, which I promised in my last address to you, has been included in the Big Push program.
Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama koswa eka ensem ne bi ka ho na ne nsem ne mu nkyeremu ahodo osan de ka ho ne bi ene se asrafo wonum ekuo no edana koma so pa na ban yi ba ye wo hye se obetumi aboa wonum na biaya a wode won ti beto enso ehon senkaye ebeye huo ha ewo my Ghana mu eno nti wono agina ne tumi so ene aban hyehyeye so ene ebra na woye wasa dwumadie no wotwa ahomam se de ebeye a wobesi adampon 200 bedrooms ede ama asrafo no ene enhyehyeye ahodo a wonum aye ede aka ho na no enam so bi wonum asan ahwe se ebra yeko se yefa asrafo enipa hodo Ghana mabunu de ewura asra adwuma mu no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama a confirm say Ghana asrafo no wonum befa enipa 12,000 ena wonum ebefa wo mu ede onum ahye Ghana asrafo no emu.
Unwavering commitment to a professional, resilient, and well-equipped armed forces. Several years ago, in my first incarnation as president, I addressed you as your commander-in-chief in the ceremonial uniform.
Said yade gadam say ese ensuwa ene forest yahodo wo my Ghana mu. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aka esisudua say wono we declare forest ene ensuwa ahodo a ewo my Ghana mu nyina security zone. Eno kire say asrafo ekọ honum na wonum akoda ho abọ ho ban. Eno nti wonhwe ni mu se Ghana emu nipa biada ya wo befa sekan anase wo befa emfidi ahodo edi bewura forest nim ene nsuwansuwa ho se wo betu gadam say wabra enam emrakwan so asrafo no ebekekere mu na woni modi na wona won said etumi aka wonum no so wode wonum efa emrakwan so said ye beya emra ene wonum bedi said ye ese na efata.
Our natural resources are a sacred trust, and yet illegal mining has caused severe damage to our rivers, our forests, and our farmlands. In response, my government established the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, and implemented a comprehensive strategy centered on strict enforcement, public education, alternative livelihoods, technology, and institutional coordination. These measures are producing results. Forests and river bodies have been declared security zones. Permanent military bases have been established, and offenders have been arrested and are being prosecuted. Rivers such as the Pra, Ankobra, and Ofin are gradually recovering. Let me be clear. Illegal mining will continue to be confronted decisively and without fear or favor. But that requires national unity. It is a moral, civic, and generational duty. And I call on all Ghanaians to stand together to restore and protect our land.
And nano bnada echemu opeponda ne toso dionu enwoche ene jabrane eto Northern Business Senior High School echanitia ekane Nobisco Girls Dormitory suku maiwa no baby a wonu mo deda ehye eho nyina ema japade ba kokora ni ho a wonu mo efaye suku maiwa no esuku ntade a wonu mo de hye efri dormitory da no eko se wo kwa akosua de no apani ajapade a ekaye ewonu mo ho eba ni say no na ama asetena mu ayede ntimpanimfo no fa agene se wobeto school num ama maiwa no fa ne titiriw akofie kosi se won mo ebepe baabi a wobetumi asan ada osoafo a wo hwe ngomasua so owura Haruna Idrisu abo anan akosuku num na wakohwe se de eja no to ho ehawa ede ba ye ene mpanimfo atwetwe nkomo wose adaroma ema wonu mu ntu suku num nemom aban ebetutumiri kantentem ehunu sede asie no ya toranchem kase animanimu ya ehia se wonu mutu ho anamon na wape biaye bi ama maiwa yi ada na wonu akoso asua wonu mo ade Minister asan ede ato wo manim se aban ebehwe se wode emoa esefata ebema se de ebeya suku enkwada no bambo wonu mo asetena mu yedie ebetimi apagya akonanim na wo mo adesua nso atoa so wa bra bibia ensi ne kwan yentie minister.
Students get to spend on campus and with the teaching staff significantly can affect learning outcomes. And for that matter, even as you are asking that you want the second years
Yes, sir.
to get home, so that you focus on those who write another SSS, so that I'm not blamed, or Director General is not blamed for poor performance of senior high school student. We would give it the needed urgent attention. But the desire will be that maybe we relocate the girls' dormitory, and then we have a lot of land around here. You know, I come to play football sometimes. Yes, I see a lot of space. We should get a completely new girls' dormitory for Nobisco. But as I said, we're already in the process of procurement. It's before the Minister for Finance just to give approval for gallop financing for a girls' dormitory here, and then another one to respond to the Laboni tragedy. I'll remind the Minister this morning. So we're here to advertise with you. I know that immediately you would need some relief support. Myself and Director General will consult with Professor Davis and come back to see what assistance we can urgently offer. And then to you, the media, so this is a challenge of a minister. I don't pretend that I have solutions to every problem. When you are running a country, you must run it in a manner that you plan ahead. Even as we prepare budget, how much contingency is made available to the director?
Enti oswafo ohwangumasiya so yera Haruna Idrisu ena wote se wode adesre eto etifi mantemu kwankyerefo pani a ohwangumasiya so eni Nobisco headmaster nim sani manimu ya wo mpesisi bi mo sade beya sukuu maiwa no betumi atenemu na won ato awadesua so wato ne nkasa so editu dwase eja hyehyɛ no aba no eyo ha kase pa we yakwa ya to renchama aban emunani enwuso enti wobo won ma no ba se eniwani mu ye de wonum entimi enye bibia mu oduro ye betimi amasuku no eni age ho nanso so kakrawa bi ebefri aban enchen no wonum behye se ebeba.
And the Regional Director for Education and the management of Nobisco for standing strong in the face of extreme difficulty of a tragedy of fire gutting the girls' dormitory. You recall that on or about the 12th of March last year, we had a similar problem in Nobisco here. I was here, and government mobilized a contractor to come and fix the problem at the time. Only for us and only for you yesterday as you woke up to another major tragedy of fire that displaces our girls. No access to shelter whilst in school, even no access to learning aids and materials, and more importantly, no comfort and the serenity of mind and peace to study. That naturally will affect how you study, the quality of your study, and probably even the outcome of what you have studied. So government views the development on Nobisco as a major crisis which requires urgent attention. This morning I started my day in Yendi to see the Yana. He had some urgent issues he wanted to bring to the attention of government. So I obliged myself early morning, and on my return, I'm pleased to be accompanied by the Director General of GES, Regional Director, Director General of NASIA, Deputy Director General GES, Deputy Director General NASIA, and heads and management. Coincidentally, the Ministry of Education and GES were in the process of completing a procurement process to build a completely new girls' dormitory for Nobisco and Laboni. We were. In fact, I had referred and reminded the Get Fund administrator about Laboni and Nobisco, and I had referred and reminded the Honorable Minister for Finance and his Deputy Honorable Ampim about Nobisco and Laboni. I recall that very, very vividly. So we're in the procurement process with Nobisco. The difficulty was that when the Minister of Finance was giving me the warrant, they thought that the renovation work was repeated when I said in a girls' dormitory. Wow. So I had to ask for a correction to let them know that renovation work was to respond to an exigency, but we need a dedicated girls' dormitory to add as additional facility for Nobisco. I referred the letter back to the Ministry of Finance, and our intention was that we should finance this from Gallup. We have some World Bank support from the Ghana Accountability and Learning Outcome Project. That will be done. I'm sure I'm now more than justified on Monday to
Ohim popro ya wowo kunsu nana ajimam bedudia ede ensem bi atuja efa adesua ho na ne nsem a woka nyina ne se hwe adesua ya de a eho hia pa wo man bia mpuntuo ene ne nkanko ejina adesua ene suku nsem eho na wo bon na wo ka ahye Ghana nyina ebo se adesua ya de a yema yemabunu ene kunsu 6 unit classroom block wonsu 6 unit classroom block wonum epa hontoma eno ena wone yensentroni critical combat edi nkomo na sei na ode to nanim
musimi awa ha ene ne mpanimfo no mbae ene sukuu mpanimfo ene sukuu fo a omo ha ene omanfo a omo ha sabre se the asedama odumankuma na the saseda krono a asi eradisi so no de amana papa o mampanini so odaya wodwene na wadwene yenso ehu bi aka ho ngomasua de sabe na manipa etumpon yira sante hene ba da bi ade ba chibia ade ananda so woka eye ngomasua enu ntina asase migidi se school fo ne school penifo bedi emu adanse kapre bakra manye mfiri wo mo sabe ya yenkwada no ebetima sua ngoma se ade a ewiase unya yentime nyi mfiri wo sabe so odmankoma wuo eye ngomasua anase adwumasua se adwumasua ana ngomasua wura wutiremu a yeso kase eto ne nsafrew ansa na efiri wutirem enne o ma ba bia betumpon a eye ngomasua na yedumpo enti no yewura disi wadaroma ya na wada o papa mampanini ase amayen se yenso wakai yedanase a ebimra biem na mu de yebesre ne se ne yere de ombayo na aka wo mu a ye agya wo mu yes amfo ena chene nto aso se na aban beye ne ewie ne ankasa aban na beye enti ne hwe yi a eno na ba aban ne je ho se omfa foforo ebeto aye so na me warehemu wo mu se aban ma ye kura mo amutiti mo wiremu timi ye bi se na aban de ma ye a menim se mo babua na mahwa ye ne ye na se enne ade beche na aban se osade foforo ba se de media asase we mam sa na mam bia ye de aka ho nti ye da aban se yenso wadwene ye ho wadwene kunso ho ede aka ho
empuntunyuma yi eguswa ekoso ewo ahafoano southwest ene mankranso wonum ebenya 50,000 capacity water project eno ena wobeye ediama wonum sanso na chip compound ewo afrisini eno so eka ho bi na enam so ema ebra DCE honorable Abubakar Sadiq edi nkomo no so ekiremu se we de eye nenketo akora na wonum bekosoa ayempuntunyuma ewo mankranso ene nimpotamu ahafoano southwest na sa ohini DCE ekosoa esreye se empuntunyuma no ade baako a wahwe hunu ni se ye beyema oman ni wie a na fidie ye tutu na jeje mu ye gyan no basa ye nhwe ni yie eno nti DCE esre se ekoso wie na se ye de di ye juma aya ye nti ye ni na ye nhwe no Ye said ye beya a bit me a chair our young.
Nedeng Yejina Ghana man pini you John Dramani Mama Naimu na ya handover project site no Ediama contractor na Usha ye CKG block Ediama Yankra Omo Asiabana Seni na enim no ye campaign baha ena Asiabana ena sofo eka no ina ahiana yo ti yenim kwan ankra no twa edico school ye campaign the request by na was say ka iti ebo mo ma satam na ahode e wo form ti ye ba office one pende common farm ba ya was say ye si school adan no was say kai Asiabana for na nan medi kan e be kire asase ta fe ne ya we bibia ye be hand over site no e dey ama contractor no but sha e school dan kwa so ye wo baby ankra no e be sisi omo institutional latrine so ye den e ka ho your office or your showroom den e wo ho se ne e ka no ya meboa na almost start with KG na NDC abai egusu ho ayura John Dramani Mama say common fan no man nkankan kwa obema na ba fom kwa de ye bompa say Asiabana nema ka mu hia bia no ye ebebre mu enche bia machines ebeba mu kwan so ya nya kwan bi from federal road am ba be reshape ya den e de amamo eno so ka ho ye ba ya son kania e de amamo ye bremu school dan ye sa be reshape ya den e de amamo ti se no kan ni e bompa ya ka yura John Dramani Mahama na e mompa nye den enfama no cause him say wetin reset agenda no 4 years of abedi no Asiabana de bia mu hia bia no ye de elmamo and a project no so no say contractor no every 6 months ena ewie ede mai senior osika no so no yesre no say adwuma no nye ni ye enfama because empuntu no ebi ni ho nti ba ko ana se mi no ebenya bia no e say oye ne kama ede mai se na be ya ebeche na enkoye se ewie ya within 1 year na say etutu ana se bia eho wawai itembia no the chairman less more so for more ene nyame policeman apia e wo hoyi de itembia on be monitor because on the o se campaign no ya mampuntu na amadia ene oni obika itembia on be monitor wa he policeman ogina ho ya
ye free Hafano Southwest ye de ani atrepo ye mantemo na prosi adwumako nu a wo ho no say one my crowd wa boabo won hu nyina sie ama bibia de dana kwan mu nyame ya adma wo kene memene presidential primaries a eba so wo MPP amanyoko num no wo mu gire mu de edene bambo ebekoso wa no nti wo bokoko se wunia wa wadwere sa ba ba ye tutrasam e wo ho a MP kra sha odem nyasa prosifo ebeso mu na wo mo ama emra no eni wadi Enefia no peya mpanimfo ye Simonten so ewo kofodua kwantempon so nyina na dwumadie ya watu din show of force ena won mo de si akwan so wo pusu won ho amomanfo no hunu se waboabo won ho asie won mo mema eba so obebo bambo enu nti won mo kiremu a abato no ebeye free fair na won mo ama asumdue ni pepepe ye so adane ho adi na nipa wode sansem nyina ne afutuo no etu dwa Hey, Eastern Regional Police Commander DCOP Joseph Owusu Bempa yentie no.
Akansi a nipa num nipa num na omo yeden omo kwa akansi nti ato yeden aba ko na bedi nkunim enye matwa asem na ekwo matwa ne de se be chera afro omo Ghana strongest matwa fo ne be fro omo nyina ho na ebe so be chera ho den be matwa anye be bi eto aba ne ko chera ho den ene matwa hunu matwa papa no ye Ghana strongest TV3 no aba no be chera na se Ghana strongest ne da ma ntabana ekoto na asumdwim obi aba betuna bakama police force ya crowd say we bo mo ban ye onipa apem ahenan ni aduasa num baby electoral you know constituency bi onipa 125 omo ye den omo be bo police for ho ban omo be bo electoral officers ho ban omo be to aba no ban candidates no ban omo agents ho ban be bo bia ho ban pepe na de sene se bocho sembia bia amfa ma ho tuba na echiu na se me frɛ commander na oba ni tumu denden do frɛ na safutu no me so fa ma macho no te commander na oba no enkoya de ma no nkocho akọ pass ma no tenyi anya ne kama media force ya da message ken mu na asase aduma no timu ti asem bia pe che so bi bia ko hye ba bia mo de mo kanche boko ne enko hwe ye kwa enu nya no boko bi wo ha mo bi hu no matwa na afa bakro na sa mo de tudwa but anse say afam we si say na nipa bagidi e ba na sa ne say na basa si nzere si no mai ne fefa nyina ya show of force endurance ya kwaba basa bi ansi no sa so na yes say amboa o chance ye be ne sa ewi nso ane ahwe say bi e bitumi di dokunu bi ya balance ne ma bi a ne da balance fefa na asumdua ba why
Ebusiafo DCOP Joseph Usubempa opani a wono na da epoemantem process adom no ano na wote sa wode kokobọ ne afutuo ma obia no waso ye macho ni a ko TV3 Ghana Strongest ho na abetimi a kire umema sam na momenye polling station anasa baabi a wo kina bato no ebekoso no nto obia nya hwe ye gina ha ni ahome kase so ye jaboafo nkrato ye ba ye beto aso
so ewo flash fache TV na ebremu de ne nam ho apaso na obia eka eno ene NPP wonum abato a ye bekoso eda memenenda eno na ye sei enkomodie no nyina enam ho na ejebo memenda no eno ane akina Anunti enamso ama obepiem asante mantamu a Honorable Kennedy akomprekon Japan nitima ewa asante mantamu wonum na ede kokobo ensem ekọ ediama osun kokroko amanyoko no NPP se wonhwe yie pa efrise wonum anyanentiye se enioma ahodo bi wo honom a ekoso a wani anye ho kra na ensem ahodo yi wode tuja ebra na wonum esi monten so na wodi nkomo ekire se yento aba enfama Kennedy said ye beya obetumi abaye frankaltufo ede ama NPP amanyoko no na lawyer Kwaku Amodate ena ede sa ensem yi atuja ene oba santimantamu a Tim Kennedy wono ene won kasa mafo ena wode warning kekra pa eko ede ama NPP mpanimfo a wo hwe abato ne so say ena lawyer ekanu.
Honorable Ken actually stands for peace, unity in the party. And all we are saying is that 31st January is not like we are going to a war. It's not going to be a war front. It's an internal election which requires peace, which requires freedom of choice, freedom of expression, and freedom of association. So Ken is saying that all the delegates should go to the voting center, the polling station, and express their conscience. They should vote freely. They should be very vigilant. They should make sure that the ballot paper is not tinted. There is no mark anywhere. They should look at the back to ensure that it has been stamped properly. They should make sure that all the 5 names appear in the order that we know Honorable Ken being number 1. So when you go and you vote for number 1 and make sure that you fold the paper in a proper manner and then you drop it in the ballot box peacefully. Don't move, you stay, and you make sure that it is counted properly. Now, once you vote, don't take a photo of what you have voted and show it to the public. No public display. Because when you do that, that ballot paper will be null and void. So we are encouraging each one of you to go to the polling station with confidence and hope. Vote for the right person. And the right person in this regard is Honorable Ken. He is the one who is going to build the nation. He is the one who is going to create jobs. He is the one who is going to help our future to develop. He stands for development. He stands for job creation. He stands for the youth. He understands our problem. And he is the one that we need to vote for. Never be afraid. You see, it is going around. Dr. AFIA is threatening that on this particular day, it's going to cause mayhem. It's going to distract the election process. We cannot do that. Because we have been given the absolute assurance by the IGP that they will make sure that the ballot papers and the whole voting process is enshrined in peace and law. And therefore, he's going to devote 70 policemen, fully armed, fully prepared, super macho men, to go to each polling station to ensure that the right thing is done by the people and that the voice of Ghana is heard through the delegates. So we trust the IGP, what he has said. But if you are free, think that he is the man of the moment, and therefore he has the men and bad boys, as he claims that Dr. Baumia has the bad boys, we have the backing of the police. We have the backing of the sovereign. Yes. And therefore we are not afraid. Yes. The Lord has spoken. Ghana has spoken. And Honorable Ken Ohene Japan will win this election no matter what. No matter what. It will start 7 a.m. in the morning and ends at 2 p.m. So you wake up in the morning and you go and you vote in peace. Vote for number 1. Don't say that, oh, let me go back to my farm and later on come back and vote. No, if you do that, you might not even fall within the bracket, the time bracket.
Yeah, that's why ewo abatuo ya NPP amanyoko no ekoto na yi Franka tufo na yegina Kennedy akompreko Japan ne nsemu na eno ena emputupru so wonum ede krataa bi apia bonten ene yewura mu a ene se wode aba na statement ni nyina ene se security alert from Kennedy Japan flag bearer candidate for NPP 2026 election na so ye ena wonum ede aba na de wotre mu nyina ne se wonum anya intel mekyerɛ intelligence ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu na ɛka se electoral commission wonum a wɔhwɛ abatoɔ so no wonum ɛka ya wɔde bɛfa ballot box so ɛne papers ɛde akɔ no ka no ebi ni hɔ ɛno nti wonum afa private vehicles mekyerɛ ankorankora deɛ ɛna aposifoɔ aka ho ɛbɔ ho ban ɛde akɔ ɛno nti isi wonum fi wɔ nipa no wɔnhwɛ ebi anaka no foforo bi abɛfrem ɛno nti wɔnfi nani na wɔnhwɛ wasanso efre wasi we call for extreme vigilance for the Ghana police and the electoral commission. We ask the right measures to put in place and until the worker nyina ne say measures right the yepa esisaya hodoa ebeboa ama abato ni mu ada ho na encoverment me ho asibia no wonum fangu akwam eno nti wo hye ekwan wo hu se video bi nso ene na mabonten our attention has been drawn to old videos and ya obekaya showdown video no and in amabonten saa no wakai delegates for anyone na to abase muhu video na eyetete de atwam say de Kennedy we are new born again na except fata say yetumi eto aba ede mano de etwato kra no we say our intelligence gathering remains active on the grounds and we assured the general public of our commitment to free and fair and transparent process. And until wonum de wason de da form pa wason e de da form ya wo hwe said ye be ya abatoɔ no enso ebetumi akoso na bibia nso etimi etumpon e de aboa eno eye ensem a efri Kennedy Japan na se ye e de eba
yo ye free Kennedy wo hene Japan aso ye de a yemfa yani enkyere Doctor Osei yaw educhum kane ngumesia soafo ya wono ane bosomtwe mrahye bedwani wono so na kache yenim se wochena ena MPP fo abato no eba so no wono so eginamu ya wo pre frank eto dibre wone nsemtrefo ahia ene Ghana fo nyina faso akasa nasma wo kanyina ne se wo ye obi a ne hote wompe enkasa ntwitwie ene atemdidie na Ghana force hu se eda ne ho di e wo ne campaign a wo ye mu ene campaign ahodo e call so MPP mu nyina wo bi wo house ti doctor o ho pa no okasa na mentene nkan ni nyina ne se na chitafo pa asumdue nti no wono mo anya kokrokosem bia wo campaign num ti bibia di adanse se wo ye opani a wo pa asumdue no openka bomu ni nyina da nchen a delegate ehu ne mobo nyame ya adoma ochina no obedi MPP amanyoko no anim na 2028 obaba e mampani a wabeboa pa se wo bi enwuma ama emebunu enya bia ye e wo my Ghana mu no wode beto na koma so enti wo mo pa obi a wobetimi aprenka bomu de aba MPP mu e de akọ 2028 a eye wono doctor Osei yaw educhum.
I did a campaign devoid of insults. I will be your unifier. I'm the one who can unify the party. Because when you elect me, nobody's going to say because of what he said and how he insulted my leader, the person that I loved and voted for, I'm not going to follow him. So that is something good that I will assure you that we'll have a unified party going into the 2028 election. To my brothers and sisters, working people of Ghana, I believe that our nation must ensure that workers have livable wages. Livable wages are wages that take care of you and your family. You're able to take care of your family, pay fees and other things, and be able down the line to own a car, own a home. That is what happens in most countries that are emerging out of poverty. So livable wages is something that we need to work on as a nation. And I'm going to champion it, and I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. Ghanaians must prosper. And we need to increase productivity for the prosperity to happen. But there can be no increase in productivity without providing you the avenue and opportunity to be trained. and to train yourself well, giving you vouchers so that you can gain skills. 21st century skills in the IT field, for example, is something that my government will pursue. Workers will be given the opportunity to train themselves well so that they can advance themselves and add value to wherever has been assigned to them at their place of work. I think I've also alluded to the fact that we have to eradicate.
Dr. Brian Echampong, enye wano eye mrase bedwani edema abetifi eno ene nimpotamu na nei wano so eka emrantie anase enipa hodo a wasan won hwene so na wopese yeto abadema wonum na wotu franka edema NPP amanyoko no. Dr. Brian Echampong ebepiemu wa Asantemantam mu no de adesre ene nkotoje agufom wosere wonum se Asantemantam de yeka NPP a eno ane Asantemantam mo ena mo kan bia ewom anoti wosere se delegate ya mo nyina mo wo Asantemantam mo kan madwen mom wate na mo nto aba ne ma no pa na ebre we ye bra se yeto aba ma no a ebetumi aboa party no ama party no atumi aba aban mu biem wono nko a ene nipa kwan a wobetumi aboa ama party no nkabom asomdie ene ba koye abamu se de be ya emu besan ye de na ye nika ama Ghana ato aba ede ama NPP amanyoko no ebra Brian Echampong honorable kasa no sei ena woka no
amu be ya mame be party na do no menim say ubeto aba mame na mo misra say me pesa 2-3 days ya kai we ba come home na ye campaign de mu odene na ye timi win emphatically we jini say abato no de onyakopo be sha ne ho anyonyam abesha ne ho anyonyam efa santima misremu wonya original eba bentimi victory nanim na metimi to me no abaya sase so inim sankan for kakra wa ha etime kankra kakra mi panye fai wa Saturday o sikia ni nya for mi panye fai koni wa he AFIA komewo ni wa win 2028 elections e mi panye fai ni for sikia ya kahami before wa hameda kukunami wada kukunami wanam otu abanu famame nami medi party nenim Asanteman ahobrasiemu nyami suemu obuemu entoto jogu form mimi na mechano menanum mimi anum wafanum Senum, Mokaimi, Dr. Brian Echampong, Namun Tuabano, and Famame. Asantemai Buami, Asantemai Mumuami, Asantemai Mumuami, Namisinabu Asantemai, Asantemai Mumuami, Asantemai Mumuami.
Ye kwa Kennedy akompre ko wo hene Japan wono so ne camp wone Ghana fo nyina kasa ewo TV so wagina so ednani so ade hunu enne tirimopo nyina to dwase delegate hu ne mobo okyerememene na won monfani ni party no anim said ye beya wode MPP beko sakese no afi 2028 wase wo hunu Kennedy wo hene Japan wa hunu emfidijuma emu a wo tirema ye industrialization Uhu Kennedy wa hine Japan wa sustainable jobs for the youth enyuma ya wo bebo ne kwan ato ho no won mo be hwese wo de susudua beto na atena ho da afebo ama Ghana emebuno Kennedy wa hine Japan se gina ho emanka bomum na ade baako a wanya ne ntiye na wo bokoko e wo ho ene se wo se delegate a won mo bo wontiri poso obeto aba ama no ebinum ahyase e bontra ne se wo moto aba ne wia di bre kura won nyina wo beje afi won sam anase won mo be hwe hunahuna won ne atata etesa nenso MPP abose ejina hyede ampanimfo edigina ho no eye internal democracy won mo ankasa muje kabamenka bi edie ti won tena se enhwe mo obia entietia wo bi efa ahudi so
whether the new patriotic party is ready to rebuild. Let us speak honestly. Our party has played a historic role in Ghana's development. We have expanded opportunity, strengthened private enterprises, widened access to education, and modernized governance. Our record is unmatched. But in the last election, we suffered a painful setback, and that defeat was not accidental. It was a message. It was a message that we must reconnect with the grassroots. A message that disciplines and humility must return to the leadership. A message that change is not optional. It is urgent. This Saturday is not routine. It is a turning point. Delegates, you are the backbone of this party. Without you, there is no MPP. Yet too often, after elections, the grassroots feel forgotten. Polling station executives feel neglected. Constituency officers unsupported. That must change. And I say it must change. Under my leadership, delegates' welfare will not be an afterthought. It will be a priority. The cycle of sacrifice followed silence must end. I will establish structured delegate welfare framework. We will maintain a formal registry of active delegates to ensure recognition and inclusion. We will create a transparent welfare support to assist delegates facing genuine hardships. Loyalty must be respected. Sacrifice must be acknowledged. Commitment must be protected. Delegates' welfare will not depend on proximity to power. It will be institutionalized, fair structured, and transparent. The forms I have been sharing during my talks are not symbolic gestures. They are the beginning of a system that ensures no loyal delegates feels left out again. Let me also add, I'm aware that some of you delegates have been told that if you vote for me, you will be removed from the delegates album or punished afterwards. I bet you it can never happen. Trust me and believe me that all of you will be protected the D-Day. The delegate album is not a weapon. It is a constitutional record of party service. It must never be used to intimidate loyal members of this party. I do not believe in fear. I do not believe in revenge politics. I will not tolerate any attempt to shrink the party by threatening its grassroots. Be rest assured of this. The MPP was built on courage. MPP was built on internal democracy. So I say to you, stand firm. Canada, Japan, I stand for industrialization. It's industry, industry, industry. Employment, employment, employment. Jobs, jobs, jobs. What we need in this country is employment for the youth of this country. So please.
Honorable Boache Ejako ye wapanim bia ene ye party no ye di chana funuma watena party nim abone bra bebre ewo NPP party no mu na enei wode ensem bi ene kokobon nsem afutuo nsem akọ ede ama party no candidates enum ni nyina ene delegates ahodo a wonum ekọ yodi wonkokromuti ekoyi baako said ye beya a wono so betimi abetu frank ade ama amanyukuo no eno enam so ama akane soafo a na wono ena ohye enyinam ahoden ene ahodenye eso honorable Boache Ejako ede atudwa se moma ye nyina ye nka ye humum wate na ye nipa baako eye akonya ena ato ene ye kope obi a wobetumi aboa party no wadi party nanim eno nti ye ma asomdwe ye ma enkabom ye ma ye nti matiu maka obi a ewa abato yimu eno nti wode sa afutuo yi ene kokobon nsem akọ ede ama party mpanimfo ene Franka tufo ya wonu mo hwe se ye beto won so aba no se won hwe na woni so.
An opportunity for renewal and a defining moment for the future of our beloved party. The life of our party rests in our hands. I therefore appeal to all delegates, candidates, party officers, and supervisors. Let us act our very best, ensure discipline, fairness, and wholesome conduct throughout the day. I trust in your wisdom to choose wisely and to conduct yourselves with the dignity and integrity our founders intended. Equally important is our conduct after the polls. Let us rally unreservedly behind the winner with the same passion we showed for our preferred candidates. Set aside differences, embrace mutual respect, and stand shoulder to shoulder as strength lies in unity. As the Akan proverb wisely reminds us, Ahinija enye babayantin na mienu atena so mayeyi. To wit, the chief stool is not a bundle of firewood for two people to sit on simultaneously. The election will produce one winner. I urge us all to accept the outcome in good faith, and to the winner, in humility, acknowledge the indispensability of the other contestants if you are to reclaim power in the 2028 general elections. Our opponents will exploit any divisions, but together we are unstoppable. Let us
Oman adehye enefie enwumre so yesre mobre e wo Fache TV so se yesomo e wo prime time news so na ha ne de bibia eba awieye Millennium Construction ene ye de ho aseda e ma no contractor fo a awieye bremo wonomo akwadare adwumanum e wo suahunu mfie dunum na wo som wonomo customers sompa Baby, I'll pass out toss as bia with the coma millennium for one bepe biato amount. So, how for a dance here, dear Millennium Construction and a mecan for a show. Kumase Boshen, Nayas Junction, and a one more a war. For numbers, no good screen, Nesson way. Not any penny for entertain and combo. One munti and now watching na yanya day near Bessomo, our Cassiemo. Gifted Icon Reality Show Season 2 Street Crown Edition and so Yegusua Bonkaye. Say a beer prono at to horse out Pesobefa form, sir. To Tumricabra, Bansama, Yanni Presby Church, dear Nimshe, never foul forms. A ya 1 year, and ya do much a dear, ya would Timothy Manasto or Rappy. Any amount stage of dreams, no what me you had much a dear Nwadi. Ain't Shannon son. Ubetimin so for number no a good screen, Nessono. Mope enche mubia wonkai boy mu na frem panimfo a wonu mo de bema na wotwe ye de mu si ha kase dan mu de mo beti enka bie mu anasa mu behunu ye TV so a na eye ejoada na ye koi watching memene anopa weekend edition of Fashion Sports abudi abini abedwafo de beba amodumodum so beba enwumre nonso na wonu mo de Fashion Showbiz abesom yen Sana dia chikwasiada anopa DJ Tofia kwani abedwafo so the Sunday morning special SMS ebeba abesom yen ti free sabre ya kwosisa dwada ye behia biemu no e TV so ede eso anika kosoa ene yentena na wachi mu kase mu aboafo nyina yeda mu ase esemfo pani kwadwo usu wabo adwuma obia waka ho bie Ekosari Junior Chidi Richard KB ena Veronica Boatma wonu nyina boadwuma wakase dem na wachi yetimi abesom mo makenkan for ye me AFIA tumwa ketri mene menua bema
Obrempong Lisbon Terry
yada mu nyina se nyame ya adoma adwoda ye besan ehia biem yakramo